Alright, sorry about that, guys. My internet connection just decided to take a crap, so the stream stopped suddenly, and I also lost internet connection, was logged out of the game server, so we're gonna get back to it now. Shit, I forgot where I was in the middle of that sentence. But oh yeah, I was going over what my character's got. Anyways, I'm using the 3-piece Gem Hadar set because it's easy to get. Pull around damage, it gives you a clicky for a shield heal. Don't like to thin around a whole lot of parts for that ship. For a fighter, I'm using the Cation fighter, because Cation Captain, Cation fighter. This is the standard bridge officer you get on every tune for a Federation. Got a Vulcan tactical officer. There's your science officer you get for playing Federation. Also got a Betazoid science officer. I use her for my healer because the Betazoid trait, I believe it's this one. No, there, empathic. Improves team health regeneration. So, took that. I probably should have gone for something a little better. She's got a couple of basic traits which are not great because she was a white duty officer, not anything super special. I've got a Vulcan engineer here. I've got the Kabali engineer, and this is the Kabali you get from doing the Delta storyline. She's a command specialist, so I figured since I needed one for a ship at one point, yeah. And then this is the Bolian, the Bolian female that you get for just playing a Federation character. So yeah, I've kept a lot of my starter bridge officers, but you know what? They work. I'm not a high-end player as of yet, so yeah. My current skill tree is this one's not a balanced skill tree because I'm a science captain, so I went for the science ultimate. Probably could have spec'd into some of the other stuff that does really nifty things, but yeah. I just needed the crit chance. Currently with my ship, I'm running, oh yeah, there we go, all Tetrion weapons. Most of these are the resonating Tetrions because they're a mission reward, for doing the mission A New Link, or The New Link, excuse me. So they're easy to get. They come at Mark 12 blue, and so that's good. This one I believe I had crafted, or was a mission reward from something I can't remember the name of. Running the Solanae set because of the 3-set bonus is a outgoing damage heals you, so that helps me helps with my survivability because I'm not super optimal currently as far as power levels and whatnot. I'll have to figure that one out. And then for a engine here, I'm running the Obelisk Subspace Rift Warp Core because it gives me a clickable shield buff. I'm running this for extra engine power because I need extra engine power currently. I'm running a conductive RCS at regular purple because, that's just it didn't proc for the ultra rare. I'm running a neutronium alloy because good resistances, and then we've got a little bit of control expertise. We got 2-part nuclear generators and a flow capacitor for our drain expertise. We've got 2 Mark 12 Tetrion pulse generators for some bonus damage as our technical consoles. I made this secondary deflector. It's EPG and shield cap, so really nice. And so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be getting 40 more marks towards our Voragon Rin Conan carrier. So let's get on with that. I'm gonna bring this up and I'll show you guys a nifty little trick here. You click here for the Low Hunt Summer Festival, right? You click Transwarp. If you're on the ground, it beams you up in space. It'll play the Transwarp animation, which I'll show you here in a sec. Go. Now this ability does not use your cooldown, so I don't think I can turn. Oh well. This will probably make it look like I'm gonna crash into the planet, but yeah, it's a thing. So this does not use your transwarp cooldown, so I can sit here and, you know, I clicked that way too many times. But yeah, I can sit there and do that as many times as I felt like. It weirds people out. Anyway, so now we're gonna beat him on the Summer Festival. I will admit, my setup for space isn't the most optimal, and I don't have my keybind set up as of yet, so that's a thing. I need to get that figured out. But we're over here, right? Hey, somebody standing on top of the shed, because why the hell not? We're gonna pet our triple, get our buff here, talk to this event coordinator. The mission that I'm going to be doing is flying high. We get 40 low hunt prize vouchers, right? So we accept. Okay. Now when we put on our floater, which is just a jetpack, which is cool, we get these white marks. Tell us where the courses are. I need to do 3 of these courses in order to get my marks. Now, I only do these on one character because the ship unlock is for every ship. What I'm going to do after this is switch back over to my engineering tune, who's got the 2015 ship for the summer event, the Ferengi Nandi warship, which is a cool little ship. It's kind of sciencey, but it's I don't know how to describe it. It's a hybrid ship. It doesn't have a the sensor ability that science ships get to scan people, the extra debuff that they get. So yeah. So I don't really consider it a science ship. I did not realize how loud this frickin' floater is. But it is squishier than like an actual cruiser. It's more maneuverable than a cruiser too, which is nice. And yeah, so here's the thing. I'll show you guys a trick for doing this too. Okay. If you right click, right, you can then control like your floater a little more smoothly than if you were using the keyboard and mouse. This also works for the power board race that people do. I haven't done the power board race yet this year at all, but I probably will starting here in a few days, because since just about everybody has got what they needed from the summer event, then it's a little easier to do stuff like win that now. I want to say there's a course through the volcano that's kind of a more difficult-ish course. I think the other arrow is the under the arches one, which will be a little faster for me to do, so we're gonna do that. And the whole thing is they give you like 15 minutes to do this, or 12 minutes or something like that, like way more than enough time. If this particular tune wasn't so slow, I'd already have this done. On my engineer, when I was doing it for the Nandi, I've got a rare quality, purple quality floater, and it's like twice as fast as this normally, and then you give it the low hunt boost on top of that, and it's freaking ridiculous. but I did not get that for this tune because I didn't figure I really needed it. I kind of main my engineer, as I was explaining earlier. So what I do now is I click the site-to-site transfer button, I beam to the resort, I stand in midair with no floater on and hit my comm badge. They really need to do something about that animation, honestly. You can click over here and make sure I haven't dropped any frames. Cool. And let me come back over here. Let me put the triple. There we go. And now then, give all these people buff. There we go. And talk to the event coordinator. Okay, I got my 40 lol hunts. Or lol knots, or however you pronounce it. That was hilarious on the stream the other day. Somebody said it should be pronounced lol nuts. LOL nuts, you know. It is not how you pronounce that at all. But anyways, we're gonna switch tunes here real quick. So, as I said, I just do the daily on that tune because I happen to start it there, and they could start right away. So yeah, that's our Ferengi Nandi warship. This tune's a little, like I spent a little more money on it. I had to feel it some kind of way last month. Like, I say last month, it was like a week ago. And I blew money that I shouldn't have on this particular game, so that's the thing. But now we've got the Nandi, or we've got the daily taken care of. My Nandi's not fully fitted, I'll tell, full disclosure there. And it's not fitted with the best stuff because I haven't had enough time to farm gear and rep and stuff. So currently, I've got a slight disruptor build on it. Let me show you guys. Okay. So we're using all green Mark 12 disruptors with crit H because I don't think I have the best crit rating on this currently. Yeah, 6.5. Actually, fucking terrible crit rating. Decent resistances. About 6.5k shields, about 70k hull. Holy crap. So maybe it is kind of like a cruiser. This is a console that came with the ship. If you happen to get one of the other Ferengi ships, it's a 2-piece bonus. This one does shield resistance, shield heals, and exotic damage. And then if you activate it, you get more of all that. But then it doesn't like do its passive anymore. The 2-piece for if you were to get the battle module from another Ferengi ship, you get torpedo damage, you get kinetic resistance, and then you get turn rate, which is freaking nuts. Currently we're using just a basic deflector I picked up with Control X Drain X. We're using a well, I was thinking they were combat impulse engines, but they're not, they're just regular. With Aux Damp for the drain expertise and turn rate, because extra turn rate. And we're using the 2-piece Dyson set. So we've got the Dyson Field Stabilizing Warp Core here, more shields, EPG or Electroplasma, flow, and then Aux stuff, and then impulse expertise for turn rate and whatnot. It has the same shield capacity the Obelisk one does, which is only better. The 2-set bonus is control expertise and drain expertise, which is why I'm using it on this particular ship. And then we've got the Dyson shield here. Here it's a regenerative shield, so it regens fairly quickly. It reduces energy damage and anti-proton damage to shields, which is nice. And then if my shield happens to go down, it triggers a massive shield regeneration, which is nice. For consoles, I've got a EPS flow console because I'm using a shitload of beams, and I figured it was a good thing. Might could take that off and replace it with something else. Might do that in a bit though. We've got our control expertise, drain expertise, some more drain expertise, and EPG. And then I'm missing 2 TAC consoles, but I've got some disruptor consoles on here for that. What I may do is pull one of those disruptors off and put my Nausicaan energy torpedo on there. And I could technically grab the rest of that set from a different ship and run the Nausicaan set, because the 2-piece would give me better disruptor nets on my Nausicaan stuff, and then the 3-piece gives me a lot more disruptor damage and some hull pen. And the torpedo isn't a kinetic torpedo, it's an actual disruptor torpedo. You know what, I may go ahead and do that, honestly. Let's see, the, what's the console for this set? It's the... I looked at the wrong thing. Console for this set is a science console, so I think it's a flow cap console. Let's pull this off. Temporarily shielded. Ah, there we go. Nausicaan energy siphon. It gives me some drain expertise, so let's see. Yeah. There we go. And we'll pick up our torpedo here. There. And, actually put our flow cap over 300. Oh, then we've got those doing 544. We've got this doing 550. We've got this doing 416. Not terrible. Interestingly enough, because the visual on the Dyson shield on this ship actually pretty cool, because what it does, if I can get it to show, sun, let me turn this way real quick, and then we'll turn back this way. Turns all bunch of stuff white, and then it darkens back up in the when it's not in the sun. Oh, let me turn away from ESD here, and it does the standard like nice dark Dyson stuff with the lattice in it. Let's get the sector space here. Excuse me for a sec, guys. I'm gonna mute the mic so there may be a click, but I need to cough. Alright, there we go. Just because I don't feel up to a normal STF, what we'll do is we'll run a bar grid alert and see how we come up. I've got bridge officers on this ship, right? Yeah, I do, okay. Oh, shit, I haven't dealt with the bars at all, so yeah. This could be interesting. Let's get over here. Help this priority 1 up Epsilon guy out. He's using 23rd century stuff. They just straight melted that cube. Figure out where everybody's going here. It looks like they're going after that there. Oh. I'll go support this guy. There we go. Looks like I'm actually putting out some decent damage in this ship. Let's get her to turn around here. She doesn't fly quite like an escort. She flies closer to a Fed science ship, which I kind of like. But she's got a little bit of health on her, which I also like. So, all right.
From this time forward, your
And we're gonna push our rock and roll here. There we go. And you know what? I don't want to. I know I probably need some new car marks, so we'll do that. Let's warp to sector space, guys. Oh, I'm gonna warp like straight up. That's cool though. Oh, I guess I'll just impulse out. I only got like 65 marks out of that, but it's cool. Let's see what we got here as far as rep stuff. We're working on a new car rep. I didn't need new car marks. I probably could have used some Iconians and some Terran marks. And definitely some Lucari marks. Don't need any new Romulus marks. We probably use some competitive marks too, but set our bars up here. The thing that sucks about this thing sometimes is there we go. Whenever you get a new ship or changes to fitting on a ship, it throws all the weapons onto your hotbars here. And all of your abilities. So then what you have to do is go through and pull everything off and rearrange it. There's your ramming speed, yeah. Okay. What I generally do is I put my like oh crap buttons over here, evasive maneuvers, and brace for impact. And then I'll either put like a shield cap under that, or for this ship I'm going to use my rock and roll there. That way I know where it is. Yeah. What I then usually do is put my batteries or whatever I've got in my like ship item slots here. Because of I'll put my fleet support there as well, and then that way that gives me a good thing. Because I don't have a whole lot of power right now, I'll put my EPS transfer here, I'll put it here, and I'll put this shield battery here. Then what I usually do is my hull heals and shield heals, like that. And then I try and do my buffs. So like attack team, and then over there. This is a resistance rating to power drain, and then I end up dodging damage. So we'll put that here as well. Actually, we'll put that here for now. Our emergency power to weapons we can put here because that's a buff. And our emergency power to auxiliary, that's just kind of there because I'm trying it out. Now then, put our beam stuff over here. And I forgot to do this. By right clicking all of these, it means that they auto fire. So I have to push the space bar once to get them to start shooting. And as long as there's something for them to shoot at, they will continue to shoot, which I like. Put our torpedo ability here, and now we're going to do our science abilities. I took the destabilizing resonance beam because it's a good solid debuff. I took the tachyon beam because it's also a good solid debuff. And then I took energy siphon because energy siphon. That should be everything on my bars, yep. And put that clicky there. Make sure we've got everything. Yeah, that's for my Terran, or not, yeah, Terran Alliance thing, or Iconian Resistance, one or the other. Ah, I didn't have my quantum singularity manipulation on my bar. And I just replaced my high yield torpedo with it. Not what I wanted to do, but it's cool. We'll put that there, we'll move the clicky down. We'll grab our high yield, put it back. Okay, and then we'll lock our tray. What that does is now nothing will move around. Anytime I change a weapon though, it will still want to throw it into those empty spaces on my bars. So, yeah, that's the thing. Excuse me guys, I didn't realize I was actually tired. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go over to Japori and kill some Nausicaans with their own stuff because I feel like it. Just a sec guys, I'm gonna mute the microphone. That sounds like my roommate's up. Sorry about that, guys. Just wanted to tell him to have a good morning and stuff, and we're talking about some financial stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, the other thing that's important to remember in Star Trek Online, one of the things that's important to remember, I didn't have it done that last mission, is for your maximum DPS from your weapons. You have power levels here for weapons, shields, engines, and auxiliary. Okay. You have presets for weapons, shields, engines, and balanced. Whenever you get into a new ship, it defaults to balanced. Okay. So all of your extra stuff will apply there, and it's cool. You know, it's balanced. At 50% power, your weapons do the DPS listed on the card. So if I open up this and we mouse over this, right, it will do that 482 or 500 something once I get into actual space. You know, as far as the damage output. However, if you do this, it goes to 100. Now you're doing double that, as long as you stay up over 100. The reason that I put so much into flow capacitors, so that my flow capacitors do what they do, is your weapons have a power draw on them. Like, I'm sure you've seen all these cards. It says, you know, -10 weapon power to self while this is firing. So every weapon cycle uses power. Things like torpedoes generally don't. But your weapons do. Okay. Beam arrays are generally -10. Torpedoes are nothing. And then, like, I believe this is a dual heavy. Yeah. Dual heavy cannons are -12. The interesting thing about this ship is it can mount cannons. I didn't do a cannon build on this one because I did a cannon build on my science tune and I didn't really like it. The ship setup is like better for a broadside or a beamboat. I did forget to show you guys the traits I'm currently using. Currently for my traits, for Starship traits, I'm using Desperate Repairs, which I got from the Guardian Cruisers and Store Ship. If you're a Fed character, I'd recommend picking that up. Using Reciprocity, which I got from the Intelligence Escort. It's the Phantom class. A little bit extra recharge on tactical abilities. Desperate Emitters, or Improved Weaponized Emitters. I should actually probably change that one out, and then I'm using Overwhelming Force because Overwhelming Force. Let's change this Weaponized Emitters out. I want to say what's the cooldown on my Nausicaan torpedo? Because I think that yeah, it's 12, so it only stacks like every 10 seconds, I think, for supercharged weapons, right? Oh no, it's 20 seconds. So I think it would be okay to refresh. Let's give it a shot. I could also go with the best defense or layered shielding. Actually, I don't ever plan on stopping this ship, so we're gonna go with our pedal to the metal. I forgot I had spec'd to that. Now here's the thing, for my specializations, I'm currently Intel 1, but I had been Pilot 1 for a bit, and I'm still actually occasionally putting points in here. If I can get to here, I'll get my improved pedal to the metal, which is a little better than the current pedal to the metal. It only stacks up to 10%. The improved stacks up to 20. But that's still a lot more points. And with it being secondary currently, you only get the tier 2 stuff. But currently I get 27% turn rate just from having pilot, and I was wanting to spec a little more in Intel because it gives me dodge and defense. There are more command trees that I'll get to eventually, but yeah. The reason there is like being flexible like that, having all of them maxed out is good. And from what I understand, if you max them all out, you stop getting XP. Like any specialization XP you would get turns into dilithium, I believe. So that's a thing. Since there's no sound in the game right now, let me... Oh. Oh! Shoot, hey Heavy. I'm not watching the chat so much because I've only got a single monitor, but it's good to see that you're out there. I'm just kinda BSing. Oh. There we go, just to make sure it's all up. Okay, it looks like we're loaded up in the game, so let's get back over there. There we go. One of the dailies you can do, this gives new Romulan marks, so... Wow, I've never nuked that battleship quite that fast before. I'm liking this ship. Let's hit our hazard emitter. Come on. There we go. As course down, we'll pitch up to get a little more turn out of this. Come on, tech team. And Omega. Go. So yeah, I'm sorry I got a little into combat. I'm not talking as much, but focusing on my piloting a little bit. I'm actually surprised this ship is like melting crap the way it is. I haven't flown in a combat like this before. I can only imagine what it's going to be like once I get it fully upgraded. Let's hit our miracle worker, because why not? Get more power out of it. And, yep. Oh, I got an engineering debuff. That destabilizing resonance beam is no joke. I am definitely enjoying that thing. Energy siphon, hit our miracle worker again because why not? And okay, so that's the fastest I've gotten that mission done. And ever. I could probably go run an advanced queue in this. Ah, crap, I meant to hit no and pick up that, all those R&D materials I was looking for around particles and stuff, but oh well. Let's go here. Oh, hey. People watching. Cool. Hi guys. Game sound goes away when I tab out, so that's a thing, but yeah. Anybody is welcome to come play Star Trek Online with me. I just figured I'd do a quick stream this morning because, well, the great debate community right now currently seems to be back to just talking about Ronnie and how friggin' much of a moron he is, and I'm not up for that, so. I don't know, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'll be on Skype and Telegram and stuff. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Secular Furry. You can also find me on G+. The people currently watching know that, but figured I'd throw it in there. If you like what you saw, you know, feel free to comment, subscribe, throw me a like. You have any advice, let me know. Always open to criticism. Anyways, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say I believe it's hasta la vista. Ciao, see ya. You guys have a wonderful morning, and thanks for listening to me kind of rambling incoherently about a game that I'm not entirely to grips with yet. Learning curve's kind of steep, so yeah. Yeah, have a good day, guys, and I hope that everything treats you well.